Hi and welcome to the Friends Deck again. I'm Chef Ari Daughter and we are still in our COVID kitchen and we're gonna spend this time, as I said, just sharing little recipes and showing you how we do things. And one of the things we're doing is we're sticking to a budget. I'm not going out shopping. So basically I'm working with what's in the pantry, what's in the garden. So I'm not going off any specific recipes. I'm just using what I have and showing you how I would prepare it for myself while I'm home. So as promised, I'm doing a meat and potatoes dish today. And this is to show you that you can have a really solid meal in the space of an hour. You come home from work, you're tired. It's a quick zoom and you are done. So today we're doing lamb. Now, the secret is this. Most people or everyone has this perception that Chef Ari Daughter is a vegetarian. Worse yet, a vegan. I eat meat. That is not true. I do eat meat, not excessively. My friends are probably smiling if they watch this because they'll be like, she eat meat. I do eat meat. And not a lot, but I do. And my favorite red meat is lamb. I love lamb. I love the flavor. I love I just love lamb. And my favorite lamb cut is the rack. So today we're going to prepare a little rack of lamb. And we are going to prep this right now. And then we're going to put it on a grill and then we're going to do some veggies to go with it. So that's what we're doing today. So let's get started in a minute. Okay, so if we're going to have lamb in an hour, I have a trick to it. So I never cook the whole rack like this, especially if I'm doing it on the grill. And what I do is I separate each small chop because I'm putting it on the grill. I'm gonna do some veggies with it. And as I said, this is something that, you know, I don't want to be slaving forever and ever and ever over. So we have or little chops here. Because you're cooking for yourself or you're cooking for your significant other. I have some ground garlic here that I'm putting on the lamb. Now, traditionally, people think of lamb, they think of rosemary, they think of mint. I never, ever, ever do traditional. 9 times out of 10, I jerk my lamb. But also when there's a way I love it. As simple as it seems, lamb grilled and then based with a little mustard is absolutely amazing. And that's what we're going to do today. Because you're on a budget, you don't have a lot of expensive ingredients, you just want a ton of flavor. And I'm changing my gloves because I just touched this lamb and I have to get some stuff from over here. And anyone who works with me will tell you this is really, I go through a lot of gloves. Let's just say that. So today what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna season the lamb with my special rub. Now I can't tell you what's in the rub because it's gonna be in the cookbook and it's actually gonna be packaged. So I can't tell you what's in it as yet, but I have a number of clients who have this rub at their house because I make it and ship it to them. So it has a base though. And the base is actually Blue Mountain coffee from Jamaica. So that's one ingredient. So I'm going to put some of this on my lamb, the airy rub. Yes, there's an airy rub. And then a little olive oil. And this olive oil has some herbs in it because I tend to infuse a lot of my oils. I tend to infuse my oils with anything, all my herbs. So I have various different bottles infused with different oils at all times. So the little racks have their little sauna going. And to stay traditional, we're gonna put some mint sauce on it. Now I made this mint sauce here. And this mint sauce that I make, it has 3 mints in it. It has the black mint, the spearmint, and the lemon mint that we grow right here in the garden. So this is where my lamb would have mint. This also is a recipe that will be in the book and will be packaged. So hold steady. You will get the recipe soon. So our lamb is all seasoned. You know, I'm from the Caribbean and I grew up seeing meat being marinated for hours and hours and hours. And as a chef, you know, I've now come to realize that that does not infuse the meat with any more flavor if you know what to do. So the lamb is there. And what we're going to do next is we are going to put this on the grill. Now I have one of those kitchen countertop grills. And I would recommend, especially people who live alone, they're cooking for themselves a lot, or you have a very small family, have a small countertop grill. It's very economical and it's easy cleanup. So what we are going to do now is get ourselves a thong and we're going to put this on the grill. I've been heating this on medium for a while now, so it's perfect as it is. So we are going to just put these on and let them do their thing. As simple as that. So the lamb is on and we're going to take a break, and when we come back we're going to prep our veggies and sides that will go with our lamb. And we are back and our lamb is sizzling. It's been like 5 minutes, 7 minutes tops. I tell you, we're going to be finished in about 45 minutes with this meal. So one of the veggies that we're featuring today is called the Malabar spinach or the creeping spinach. Yes, this is actually a spinach. I deliberately picked the leaves so you can see they're not like the normal spinach. You do have small leaves. And I grow them right here in the garden. Now, I did not grow up being familiar with this. I got introduced to this by my Guyanese friends, specifically my friend Nicolette. And she kept telling me, oh, I have the Guyanese callaloo for you. Now, I'm from Jamaica, and we have callaloo in Jamaica. And we love our callaloo. It's rich in iron, and, but she kept telling me they have a callaloo in Ghana called, and it's not like mine. And I insist I needed to know what this is. So she brought me a plant, and now I have a ridiculous vine, 2 ridiculous vines of this. But it's so good and healthy. It's good for blood pressure. It's good for, you need to Google Malabar spinach. That's all I'm going to say. It helps your eyes. It has so many health benefits. And what I'll probably do is I'll probably do a blog and put it on my website on the Malabar spinach. I'll do that on the weekend to go with when I post the video as well. So what we're doing today is we're doing potatoes. We're going to roast up some veggies, and people are always like, you roast veggies and they taste so amazing. And I don't make the veggies taste amazing. Veggies are amazing. And I really don't mess with veggies. I let them just mellow. So I'm putting some fresh garlic on the sheet here, along with my potatoes. Keeping an eye on that lamb. And sometimes I peel my potatoes and sometimes I don't, depending on what they look like. These didn't look too fancy, so I took off most of the skin. But most times I don't peel my potatoes. I scrub them thoroughly, especially if I get them from my garden. So we're definitely doing a meat and potatoes evening today. So that's for potatoes. And then for color, we're doing roasted veg, yes. We're putting in some bell peppers, so we're putting in some red. I know you don't do this when you're doing your roasted vegetables, especially potatoes. I do. That's why my veggies have flavor. To that, we're going to add some fresh thyme. Fresh herbs make all the difference when you're making roasted veg. So I'm going to take all the leaves off. And then for good measure, I'm still going to add it to the pan. And why not add some carrots to the roasted veg? For those young viewers who are not very comfortable in the kitchen, this could be something you can do and invite somebody over for dinner. Maybe. For the men, you see how easy this is. Make dinner for your wife. So that's the carrots right there. And we're going to add some onions. Now, one of the things people will tell you when I cook and I plate a meal, I do not do gravy. Very rarely do I do gravy. Because I really do believe that if you cook the food with flavor, you don't need gravy. And we're going to pop some tomatoes on there because, as I told you last week, the garden is overrun by tomatoes. And then, so we're going to do the salt. Which one we're going to do? We're going to do a little smoked salt. And a little black salt. Maybe for some more flavor in it, pop some cardamom seeds in the corner. Is there anything else? Or Malabar? I'll show you what I'm doing with that soon. So we're gonna spray. This is a coconut spray. Pam makes a coconut spray very good. One of my favorite things in the kitchen. And you can do this, but you can also simply just add some olive oil. And then you just mix it all together. So the herbs, the flavors of the different vegetables, they're going to go in the oven and they're going to come together. And just think, the lamb, all the flavors in the lamb, the flavors in the veggies, this is going to be good. So for a veggie like this, when I'm adding green, to my roasted veg. I usually do it just like that. And then, whether it's spinach, and I'm going to do another recipe with this for you for the vegetarians, because I personally prepare this and treat this like the protein to my meal. So I'll do some rice or some potatoes or some couscous or whatever, and prepare this as the meat companion to my dish. And I'm going to do that in the coming weeks and show you how we do it. So it's there and it's delicate. So I'm going to spray some oil on it. Just rest it on top here. So this is going to be nice and crispy. Yes, for those people who usually eat my veggies and they're like, how did you get the Brussels sprouts so crispy? And is that kale? How is the kale so crispy? That's what what happens right there. Add some more salt to the top for the greens. And there we have it. And what we're going to do, we're going to pop this in our countertop oven. Yes, another easy single person, small household tool. It saves you energy too, because if you don't have to turn the big oven on, you're saving electricity. And during COVID, that's necessary. So the oven is set at 375 and it's a convection oven. So we're going to do that for 15, maximum 20 minutes, and those veggies will be done just in time to go with our lamb. And what we're going to do in a minute, we're going to check our lamb, we're going to baste it with the mustard, and then we're going to plate up our dish. This is surprisingly one of my favorite ways to eat lamb. Just a quick grill and the base of mustard. Now the marinade that I did with it, I just add the mustard to it, so that's it. And I'm not kidding. Adding the mustard to this lamb is actually heaven. You don't need any fanciness. You don't need the fancy mint sauce. You don't need any of that. You just season your lamb, stick it on the grill, slather it with some mustard, and trust me, when you try this, you are going to write me and you're going to say, how did I not know this before? Let's do the other side. And you know our lamb is already ready. I know for some of my friends, this is already well ready. But us in the Caribbean, we like it very ready. So and I've known Mr. Cameraman for a while. It has to be very ready. So there you go, your lamb. And literally that lamb is ready. Welcome back. So it's been about 15 minutes. And we're going to check the veggies now. They should be ready. And the lamb, this is a simple meal. It's a simple meat and veggies meal. So let's go get our veggies and they should be ready. Let me get something to grab this sheet pan. This is hot stuff. It's bubbling, it's hot, and it has all come together. Now look at that. That in itself is a meal. So our lamb is here, and we're gonna plate this up. We're gonna try and be a little fancy. Let's grab some of that mustard. Put some color on the plate. Now remember, we had the carrots, the potatoes, and everything coming together here. Look at that. Get some more tomato or two on that plate. See, and just those tiny potatoes, and we have this left over. You put this in the fridge, tomorrow you do not have to touch the kitchen. So our lamb must be ready now. Yes, lamb is ready. The sizzling. We're not going to be all fancy. Just lay the lamb right there. And there you have a meal. So here we are with our finished product. Just meat and potatoes. Lamb and potatoes. Not the usual traditional way, but quick, easy, 45 minutes maximum, and you're done. No gravy, but trust me, try the mustard, plain mustard, no fancy mustard. You don't need any, the regular French's mustard. Slather it on your lamb and tell me what you think. You will totally enjoy it. And that man of yours will too.